Current state law provides that private land is open to hunting unless the landowner or an individual authorized by the owner posts the land with signs notifying hunters that no hunting is permitted unless permission is obtained. As part of a pilot study authorized by the 2019 state legislature, Ramsey, Richland, and Slope counties were chosen to test a system that allows landowners the option to electronically post their land through an online application that is linked to the land descriptions based on property tax records. I'm Mike Anderson with the North Dakota Game and Fish Department. My guest this week is Brian Hosick with Administrative Services. Brian, how did we get to this point, and what were some of the issues that came up?
Mike, this has been a long-standing issue, and the pilot study formed the Interim Natural Resource Committee, and that committee is made up of legislators, representation from landowners and sportsmen's organizations. So bringing these people together to really look at some of the concerns and address some of the issues was the intent of the pilot study. That includes looking into the means of an electronic posting application here.
Okay, like I mentioned early on, is current state law, a landowner physically has to go out and post their land. This gives them the option for the electronic posting in the future, if this all passes, not to have to physically go out and post their land.
Right. Some of the concerns from landowners were the cost and effort to post lands. So looking at a means of using technology to address some of these concerns, and that's where the electronic posting came from. It really gives another option out there, so landowners can continue to post their lands physically. There's other landowners that may not want to post their lands, so they can continue to do so. And this really offers another option for them to address some of those concerns.
Okay, during the pilot study in those 3 counties, landowners will still post their land even though it's electronic posting too.
Right. So right now there are not laws available that address any penalties for that. So certainly you have to post your lands this season. But if this law passes, it would look at addressing those issues. Legislation would look at addressing those issues and putting forth the laws that would be required to implement this fully.
What can hunters expect this fall?
Well, the 3 counties that are participating in the pilot study, hunters can go out there and view some of these lands that are electronically posted with the applications made available on the Game and Fish website. These applications offer information to request access from landowners. Some of the landowners are providing their point of contact. Others may provide additional information such as a phone number or an email address. Also, in some cases there's another alternate point of contact that may be listed there. So really help the communication between hunters and landowners.
Okay, and where can hunters go to get these map applications?
So hunters can visit the Game and Fish website at gf.nd.gov, and there's a seasonal shortcuts section there that talks about the electronic posting pilot study. Under this section here, you'll see a portion for map resources. So it talks about the tools that could be used, whether it be printing maps from the website and take them in the field with you, or if those that want to make use of some of the technologies with a smartphone or mobile device of some kind, they can access the other applications that are available out there. Each of these applications have their strengths and weaknesses, so some of those you access through a browser and you navigate to the website to launch the application and use it. They do have a rich set of tools with them where you can identify features and see the contact information available for the landowner that posted the land. You can also create your own maps. Others of them are native mobile applications, so that's something that you go out to one of the stores to download to your device. With these applications, some of them you need internet access, so you need a cell service range. There is another application out there that doesn't require cell service, so it does require you to upload the maps before you go out in the field, but you can certainly do so prior, and then you have this out in the field with you if you're out of cell service range.
What are the benefits for hunters?
So the benefits for hunters would be establishing a point of contact. So there's a lot of applications out there that show ownership of lands, but we're really looking at who is the point of contact of the individual that posted this land. And so if they can get in contact with them to request access for hunting, it's certainly a better form of communication.
Okay, when does the pilot study end?
So the pilot study will go through this hunting season, and landowners had up until July 15th to post their lands, and now we're into the hunting seasons now where hunters can start using some of these applications and seeing if there's looking at some of the tools that are available to them.
And again, we should remind our viewers, it's only those 3 counties this year.
Right, it's only Ramsey, Richland, and Slope counties this year. So they volunteered for this pilot study program, and And so now we have those that are hunting in those areas can check it out and look at some of the technologies that are available.
And how are you guys going to measure if this study was successful?
Yeah, we're going to look at survey some of the hunters and see if they made use of some of these lands, or viewed some of these lands, or requested permission to access them. So see if it's a good resource for them to establish communication. We encourage hunters to go out there and use these applications. Their information is important. It can certainly provide some direction for law changes necessary to implement this fully.
Okay, what's the future?
Yes, if this study passes and the laws are changed to address it, certainly going to introduce some more counties to this. This is reliant upon county participation in another project that's ongoing with a statewide parcel project. So as those counties participate in that project, they can use this application or use this information to post their lands electronically.
A lot of great information, Brian. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike.
For more information on the electronic posting pilot study, visit the Game and Fish Department's website at gf.nd.gov. For Brian Hosick and the rest of the staff here at the Game and Fish Department, thanks for joining us for an update on the electronic posting pilot study. We'll see you again next week.